the thing that was so profound about his innocent verdict was, and this is, I think, a cultural feeling amongst a lot of black people, was we know he did that shit, but nigga, this is fucking payback. That shit don't feel good, do it?
Yeah.
That shit hurt, don't it?
Yeah.
How the fuck you want to revamp the goddamn justice system? How on earth could they let this motherfucker that's clearly innocent walk free after we got Emmett Till? So many goddamn black people
I
that have been
wonder
murdered.
how that could happen. Yeah.
I wonder how. Oh my God! It sucks, don't it? Yeah, bitch. Like, we live in a fucking racist ass society, and this black man got one over on y'all ass. So in terms of
you got two
looking at it
freebies
through that scope, I get it. But on my moral side, you know what I'm saying? Like, a person that cares about humans and humanity,
it's a red flag.
Man, I feel like I got not mesothelioma, fibromyalgia. Cause I'd be hella phlegmy when I wake up.
Is that what fucking fibromyalgia is?
I think
I'm like 90% sure that's not what the fuck fibromyalgia is.
It's one of those, or is fibromyalgia the one where you hurt all the time?
Yeah, that's like chronic nerve pain. I think.
What am I thinking of then? Because it's something.
Are you thinking Are you thinking mesothelioma?
No, I don't think it was mesothelioma because that's the you got asbestos
cancer. Yeah, the asbestos cancer.
Yeah.
it's
not that.
They actually had mesothelioma.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
In fucking 2024, that would be
Have
wild.
you or somebody that you know been affected by it?
Hey, yo, nigga,
you may be entitled to compensation. Yeah.
Somebody I know been affected by this motherfucker. Yo, Eddie.
We about to have a big surge of podcast funding. I'm gonna be all on the podcast like this podcast is brought to you by asbestos.
A fucking big surge of fucking podcast funding. And Eddie has 5 to 10 years to live.
Right, awful.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Out with a bang.
For a big time, not a long time.
The number of seasons are very clearly defined for this venture.
Oh man, yeah, no, I don't.
Just awful.
I would hate to have 5 to 10 left. But then again, having 5 to 10 years left on your life seems like it would actually be kind of nice. Especially if you're like already grown and you're not in like like if you're in a stable section of your life and you no longer have to think about what your 60s are going to look like, it's like, boom, cool. Spend all your fucking savings, especially if nobody knows, take out a bunch of crazy ass loans and shit that you're not finna make it to, pay anyway. I feel like you could have a real fun time if you knew you had 5 healthy years left.
I mean, the way you describe life is basically just how fast and loose I'm living it, and I'm planning to be
here exactly.
For 200, 225 with my future high level income and modern advances in medical technology. So I mean, you can do that. You can live the life that you want to live.
That's okay, yeah. But I don't know if I'm balling like you. I don't know if I'm big balling like you.
But I mean, like, what if like, right, like how when you get to like age 90, you can still move around and shit, and then the technology comes, it's still gonna be new to the general populace. So you're still gonna be part of the first round, like live test batches. That's gonna, have some kinks and shit.
I'm down. And
like you get to like age 110 and shit just start kind of like shutting down. Like, yeah, you alive, your brain working, but you can't really move around like that. And you got 100 more years of just being.
Then I just fucking re-up. I just re-up for the next generation.
You just re-up on life.
Yeah, man. It's like getting iPhone, iPhone 3G after the first one came out or what the fuck ever. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna re-up.
Basically, you basically gonna do like some get out type shit. Like, you're gonna put your brain and your mind in somebody else's body.
No, they're just gonna keep replacing things from my body. So I do agree with you that by the time shit starts breaking down, I may be in like the beta test round, but then that stuff will get better and they'll just continue to replace stuff.
But what if the beta test irreparably fucks you up? Because you know how like sometimes if you like, there's some shit that if you do it wrong, like you can't recook a cake. You know what I'm saying? If you burn the shit,
that's actually fair. Let me retry. That's actually fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Like, they don't fucked up all your telomeres, your shit short as fuck, and it's like, look, if we had done the right procedure on you the first time, you'd be good. But we kind of fucked it up to where this new procedure that we invented don't work on you.
So we got this. Yeah, we got this fetus body for you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But you can't even fit in it. You got the USB, micro USB.
I'm fully aware of the risk of those situations, but I think that with enough time and the technological singularity that I'm planning on, that we can get to where we need to be.
Alvin got like clone bodies and like slaves and shit that he's gonna use for the first. When they come out with beta testing, he not gonna use it first. He got like a group of like 10 to 15 people that he pays just to be on standby to like taste test shit for him. So he's probably just gonna pull them out the woodwork.
I mean, fair enough. But with that being said, let's jump into the podcast. So welcome to Waving the Red Flag, the number one technological dystopian future and medical technology advancement podcast in the world. Potentially the only one. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody hit all of those high notes the way that we do them.
Not on this planet.
Not a now one, bro.
Hey, at least, you know, like at least not this
do it.
galaxy. At least not this part of the galaxy. You know.
No. 3-body problem.
100%. So you got Edward, you got Joshua, and you have Alvin. We will be talking about many things this evening, or maybe just one thing. Kind of depends on how the conversation flows, where the win
A non-zero number of conversation
flows.
topics.
I mean, we could do 0. We could just sit right here and just like, you know, check our emails and shit, catch up on some Slacks, do some work on camera.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That's a
Fuck
good
Slack,
idea.
though. Fuck Slack, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a nasty
Yeah.
platform, bro. It's
Yeah,
just
but they gotta hear us typing and shit. You know, it's like ASMR.
True that. True that. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. I've been drinking all day. Whew.
Damn.
All
this
day.
nigga-
No, like I had, you know,
You
if
good?
you go out. Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Is you good to record, nigga? Nah, like my homegirl had like a little thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little shindig.
Yeah, I mean,
Little
it was like
nanny.
Soiree.
more of a get together, you know, more of a powwow at a.
Like a kickback or more like a session or like a
Yeah.
like what's the level? Like how many people? Is it 3's a crowd or 5's the
Nah, bro.
small
Shit,
to
probably
medium
about a good,
business?
probably about a good 12 people. But we
Oh,
went
that's
to
a-
like
that's
an
a soiree.
establishment.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
a
yeah.
soiree.
That was yeah, we
For
had a
real,
little
for real.
soiree at a
Little
Politan Road.
box social. You know.
Yeah, big.
It's a box social, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a dozen, a baker's dozen in a box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All women too, except for me and one of this other guy, which is like my homeboy. I ain't seen since '93. So I was like, yo. You know what
You
I'm
say you
saying?
haven't seen it since '93. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I think it's just a
figure of
phrase.
speech. Yeah, it's just
Oh, I
a
was gonna say.
figure of
Okay,
speech.
got you.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
in, from there to infinity, for instance,
yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to use it.
Oh, I will. I will be stealing that.
All right, I know for me, for one,
Okay.
I've been wanting to talk about this whole J. Cole shit. Like I've been like arguing in my head for the past like since Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Just prepping for the podcast.
Oh, okay. Takes.
But niggas is coming down way too hard on J. Cole. Styles P put this shit perfectly in 2 Instagram posts. Said the MC with a competitive nature, part of me is upset at that young man, while the mental wellness, take care of your spirit part of me is very proud of him. He just confused the shit out of my frequencies, but I'ma always go with take care of your spirit and please yourself before you worry about pleasing others. Here's the second part. My hypothesis is this is something that he never wanted to do, but the nature of the game and what the people can say can dictate your movement. Throwing jabs eventually leads to throwing power shots at some point. Never knock a man for bowing out gracefully or choosing to protect his spirit. Whether you agree or not, it takes courage to do. I respect the high vibrations part of it all. I did want to see a lyrical warfare, but that's just a petty MC. But I salute the young king for being himself.
I think you can bow out gracefully, silently. Like I'm kind of divided, but I just feel like I don't know. I'm truly divided, and I also kind of don't care. Like it doesn't seem like that serious either way. Because like Maul was talking about, I don't fuck with him. He's not on the
Man,
rush. And I'm
yeah,
like,
right.
this is like
way
such a
too
minor thing in either
This
direction.
isn't-
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I think
whatever.
people are confusing like what this is with prior rap beefs where people really just didn't fuck with each other, like Ja Rule and 50 Cent like stabbing each other and shit,
Yeah.
and like Biggie and Pop. But sorry, go ahead.
But no, but all of that is to say, I think that's why I'm a little bit divided, because it seems unnecessarily pussy. Like you're bowing out of like a poetry night. And like
Yeah.
like if this isn't like if this was some real like it's niggas in the
If
street
this
and J.
was
Cole
if this was
and he hopped
50
into
and
this.
Ja. Yeah.
Exactly. If Cole was in a rap beef with like, I don't know, fucking who's still an actual gangster now, but like, I don't know, the game or some shit like that, and it was that kind of beef, and he was like, "Is the game not? Was that a bad example? Okay, whatever."
That was,
This
it was,
nigga's
it's
like-
a little outdated.
I know.
Well, who's
This nigga's like-
who's
this nigga's
currently
like,
in the
who's-
game that's genuinely gangster?
Man, these niggas frauds, bro. Shit, I don't know.
Okay, so case in point,
But
what the
the
fuck are we
game-
talking
I don't
about?
know.
But
Chief,
it was just-
Chief
it was just-
Keef? I don't know. Fucking.
I mean,
you know what I
Chief
mean?
Keef
Like,
is fucking a decade ago. What are we talking about?
that nigga's
But
like
yeah,
26. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's been
Like,
famous
still-
since he was like 15. He's from a fucking decade ago, dog.
Agreed, but I'm saying the game is fucking like 55 years old, my nigga.
That's like
that's
saying
fucking
that's saying like Soldier Boy is modern.
We could have
Look,
said
man.
like 21 Savage maybe, but like even
I was gonna say
even him
21,
was,
but
like,
not
kinda
really. I was gonna say
putting it up.
Nipsey or XXX, but them niggas is both dead. Case in point.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
I mean,
young
yeah.
boy. Yeah, NBA young boy. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, all right.
maybe,
all
okay,
right.
yeah, sure, all right.
But, I mean, but you know, niggas all oh man, it's NBA. Your boy ain't really about that motherfucking life either. But yeah,
okay,
anyway.
you know what? I give
don't
you
matter.
Thug or YNW Melly. One of those two. That's their. I mean, they're kind of a generation back,
Okay,
but
yeah. Melly do be killing people.
they're a little bit, yeah, bitch, I'm a murderer, 100%. So if J. Cole were in a conversation with one of them and was having rap beef and he was like, look, man, I'm not even about this life. Cool, I'm bowing out. But why are you bowing out of like a little verbal fisticuffs with fucking Kendrick? Like that, you could have just been like, I'm cool on this.
Yeah.
Like it didn't need to be
Yeah,
no
that's
big
true.
apology. I was up late at night and I didn't
Yeah.
Kendrick was
wanna
not gonna
respect you when
shoot
I'm
you.
here to. Like
Kendrick
no,
was
Kendrick is
absolutely not gonna fucking
No.
shoot you. Like it's fine. Like
Look, if young Kendrick don't trust you, nobody's gonna shoot you. It's fine.
J. Cole was
Don't worry about
genuinely
it at all.
conflicted, misusing his influence. You know what I'm saying? Like dead ass.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing
was.
is, like but that's one thing I respect about J. Cole as a human being, as a man, and as an artist who actually does like live his truth. Like he don't just be like, yo, I'm the toughest motherfucker. Da 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 da. Like it was for.
he did kind of say that in 7-minute drill, but you
He
know, I
did,
got you.
but that was the thing though, because my hypothesis on the situation is he ain't mean 70% of that shit that he said on 7-minute drill. That's why it wasn't sitting right with him and waiting, like it was weighing on his spirits. Like I can't stand
Yeah.
behind these bars, and plus this is my nigga. I don't give a fuck who,
Yeah.
how many of y'all niggas are entertained by this shit. Like no, I have a real life
I didn't mean
relationship
it.
with this person.
Yeah.
I can't stand on this shit. And damn, I hope my nigga ain't feel a type of way. This is me and this person's relationship who I actually fuck with in real life. I don't give a fuck
could done
about
that on
y'all
a phone call.
entertainment.
You could done
I
that on a
feel
phone
that.
call.
I
Yeah.
feel that, but you know the nigga didn't. It's good. It's
Yeah.
in hindsight.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did both. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a
But
completely
then also
different
he
theory.
followed up within another song talking about how again reiterating that he's not gangster, and I just feel like that. Like I'm like, is K Dot like secretly a Diddy behind it? Like is like why
Don't
is
put that shit,
Absolutely
don't put that
fucking
shit
not.
on him. Don't put that shit on him.
Absolutely fucking.
why is J Cole moving like he's terrified? Like,
No, because
So-
it's not that serious.
So my theory, and again, this was alluded to in his actual apology, is that he sat down and realized he had exhausted material.
What you mean?
Because it's very hard to find angles to go at Kendrick, right? Like it's like that's not the
he knew
easiest
he couldn't
thing.
go another round.
So he's like, if he goes another round, like what the fuck is he gonna say? He's gonna do a different rendition of 7-minute drill. Like, do
What can
people
you
care
do
about that?
Cole,
Does
though?
that?
Like what's the shit that you can say about Cole?
Hey man, I just tweeted that
call him
no
Dusty,
name
I
could pop
guess.
out and tell him that he can't read, or that like he don't be reading, but he understand that. That shit be fucking hilarious.
yeah.
Like I do legitimately think that he thought that he had to say something. I think that he unloaded his clip, and I think that he did that apology preemptively because he was like, "What am I going to say? The same thing over again? Like, what do I got?"
I don't know.
Which some people can knock you out in you know,
In
because
one,
you know, and
right? So he didn't even want Kendrick to, even if Kendrick couldn't go twice, he didn't want Kendrick to go once.
exactly. So like you literally have to haymaker him, which I actually don't think J. Cole did. I don't think J. Cole threw a haymaker with 7-minute drill.
That's unnecessarily pussy.
Yeah.
It-
I agree with you, but I think that's what happened. Because like again,
No, like he basically took his white glove off, slapped the motherfucker in the face, and said, "We do it dawn," and then said, "Oh, I'm sorry. No, never mind. Please don't hit me. Like, come on."
and also to the point of the culture, right? You have to understand how people are going to react to that. Whether or not you care, I think is, you know, that's personal.
I didn't
but like,
expect them to.
I
dislike it
remember-
so much, but yeah.
I remember when Jay-Z and Nas shook hands at that Summer Jam years after fucking like Takeover, Super Ugly, and like Ether and all that shit.
And people were
it
like,
was
"Oh, this is
years after that. And all of these niggas was saying how pussy they was. Fucking Jim
Okay.
Jones did it. Jim Jones did an
Yeah, that's
interview.
crazy.
And he was like livid. He was like, I want to see these niggas like fucking rap and go at each other's chests. And I'm like, that shit happened fucking 10 years ago,
years
nigga.
ago? Yeah.
Like, so that's the culture. And again, this was a real rap battle. This was several rounds.
Yeah.
These are iconic tracks. Again, Takeover was
I
referenced.
had not listened to Ether before properly.
Takeover.
It's very good.
So fun fact about that. People always say that like Jay-Z didn't win a round because what people do is they put the most famous tracks up against each other. They say Takeover versus Ether. Actually, Jay-Z won the first round. Nas won the second round with the Haymaker in Ether because Ether actually goes up against Super Ugly. But anyway, people still reference those tracks. People like, Remy Ma put out Sheether. 7-minute drill has a Takeover reference in it.
Oh yeah, plenty
So
of them.
knowing the history behind how those played out, Cole had to know how people would respond to this. But I think that he played the game because and the hand that he did because he didn't have anything else.
Cole has always like kind of done like he's not full Lupe Fiasco. Don't beef with anybody for the most part. Maybe that's not even a good example.
No,
but
Lupe be
like,
beefing.
Yeah,
He still hate
but
Cuddy.
he's
Still
not
hates
a
Cuddy.
zero beef rapper because he does have a lot of raps that are about like he's the best in the game or these niggas do this thing and this. But
Yeah.
anyway, my main thing that I was going to say is to Josh's initial point. I do think that even if I think maybe it's a little bit pussy, one, it don't matter, but two, this culture of like y'all gotta fight forever, y'all gotta feud is a toxic element of the culture. Like,
Yes.
especially when you think
Yeah.
about like at the end, at the maximum end manifestation of this shit, we're talking like literal death. Like, I realize we're not there at all. Like, we're not even close to that with Cole and Kendrick, but it's still just very toxic. Why do we want people to fight forever? That's just.
And that was like one of my main things that really just stood out to me about like our culture and like our music and why the fuck are we so turned on by beef by two niggas like going at each other and
Because
Not-
because
it's
that's
nice.
that's the history of rap. That's the history of rap.
but it started in the park. Niggas was on swings, bro.
I know.
Like what the fuck, nigga? They was shooting
to
some
the
beat
ball
ball
and shoot
outside
some
of school.
hoops.
Yeah, bro.
Go to the
Yeah, that's a
ball and
competitive
shoot some
game.
hoops.
Right, nigga. Like that's not the history of this shit.
No, but like so there's the the history of rap with it being rooted in in the Bronx like protest scene, and then there's the MC aspect where they were the warm up to keep you to keep the attention of the crowd while the DJ like got going. They were hyping up the DJ, and then it was the whole aspect of in order to be the MC, the master of ceremonies, you had to be the one with the best rhymes. So it was always competitive. It was always something that had that battle element to it. And a lot of
But I
people
think
who
the
came
gangster
up with
rap
that
changed
aspect. I do think the gangster rap added the actual physical violence
Like
element to
actual
it, but I also
because I don't mind it staying a competitive poetry night.
Yeah.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
like we know how far this.
yeah,
shit
we
goes.
know Big M Pac, we know Ja Rule and 50, like we know that kind of stuff, but like it is part of the culture of rap to like see who has the best like lyrics. So I don't think it's weird to do that, but I do think that the male toxicity element added to it where people get their feelings hurt leading to the violence is what people really have an issue with, and I also have an issue with that. As long as it stays lyrics, like that's why I think like Jay-Z and Nas's beef is the zenith of rap beef. It's because it stayed just that. It stayed just like we're going bar for bar. I can come at you
Even though
philosophically.
he called him several types of homosexual, which is
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
they-
there was also stuff talk about people's like Jay-Z may had a line
I
about
mean, at the
Nas's
time
daughter,
was, yeah.
like what I mean. Jay-Z had a line about Nas's daughter that even
Yeah.
at the time people were like that crossed the line.
jeez.
But I'm just thinking about like you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song, or like the whole concept of don't end up on that Summer Jam screen is a takeover reference. You know what I mean? Like the culture like moved because of that. So I like think that people long for that. People long for those iconic tracks and those iconic moments. And I think they thought that this could be that because you had three rappers that you thought had that kind of skill and that kind of
Yeah.
clout. And for it to fizzle kind of hurt people's feelings a little bit.
Yeah, because Cole could have, if he was gonna do it, he could do it fucking well. Like he's still on my top, one of my top list of rappers, regardless of any of this shit.
Yes,
So,
yes,
like,
100%.
And that's the fucked up thing because
I think he could have done a better diss track than Kendrick if he just
No,
tried.
Yeah,
see,
look, I don't like Kendrick
if
like that.
If he
Y'all
tried,
don't-
I like
I'll be-
Kendrick, and if J. Cole tried, he would do a better diss track than Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick is
Nah,
not a battle rapper.
Man,
He
boy, you
hums
tripping,
on
bro.
tracks and
don't
does
know,
like
bro.
jazzy beats and shit.
Zap babidi babi. Yeah.
Yeah, and makes
Oh,
funny voices on tracks and says Black Power. That's Kendrick, and I love that
Oh,
shit.
man.
But like that's not a that's not a fucking battle rapper. That's not what battle rap is about. Like
Nah, fam. Okay, so do you think Ab Soul is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar?
there was a point where you could have easily convinced me that, like, Control System
Yeah.
Absol,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Man, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Absol was my favorite out of TDE for a minute. Like, long term, too, and Control System. I
For
had them shits.
years, I was on that Absol is the best rapper in TDE train. For years.
Like, rap. But yeah, because like,
Rap.
Absol is like a battle rapper. So, but I strongly do believe that y'all are severely discounting Kendrick's pen and his ability to just go at a nigga in raps.
I don't have a dog in this race, if I'm being
Like,
honest.
if he got a subject,
I've never heard it.
a topic in mind to talk shit about a nigga on, you don't think that he could find a good beat and rap over that motherfucker? The nigga made it to Pimp a Butterfly, damn, like, sing about me. Like, you don't think that this nigga
And none of those had bars. All of those were phenomenal. All of those were phenomenal
no, you
concept
didn't, nigga.
albums.
No,
all of
the
those were
fuck you
phenomenal
didn't say they
concept albums. He did not give
We
me
need
a
to have the
bar in
Alvin versus Kendrick fucking beat.
No,
because he's coming for his neck.
I ask people this shit all the time.
Zero bar
Especially after To Pimp a Butterfly came out. I say, give me your best Kendrick bar, and they'll give you a hook, or they'll say some shit from fucking swimming pools. They'll give you a hook. If you ask people what's your favorite Kendrick bar on the street, they will say a hook.
Why are you reducing his lyricism to just one fucking hot line?
No,
that nigga
because
got hot verse.
no,
like,
but,
bro,
that,
like,
but that's
bro,
what I'm
like,
saying. That's literally my point,
the last
though.
verse of Mama, all of Loose, all of For Sale, the way that them two songs lead into each other, like, niggas is not doing that,
that's
bro.
phenomenal.
But you just like,
it's
but
not
this nigga
battle
doesn't have
rap.
a hot line though.
No, so that's my point, right?
No,
but that's my point. No, but that's my point. That's my point, right? Kendrick is a phenomenal artist. He makes phenomenal music. I love the transitions. I love the stories. I love the concepts that he puts together. That's not battle rap. Battle rap is not about that. Those are two very different skill sets. I think Cole does one skill set better. I think Kendrick does another skill set better. I don't think Kendrick is going to win a rap battle, but if you ask me right now, who would I rather listen to an album from to date? It's gonna be Kendrick. Yes, absolutely.
The BET Cypher. That was like the high five heard around the world.
Oh my god, the BET Cypher.
Ha ha, joke's on you. Ha ha. I'm bulletproof. Nigga was like, oh shit, son. Oh shit, Dunny.
You're the first person I've heard talk about that shit since like 3 months after the shit came out, like legitimately.
Oh man, see, look, your black hemisphere ain't as wide as you might have thought, my brother.
I'm the one that told y'all niggas about the Rick Ross diss today. So I mean, like,
okay, whoa,
I mean,
excuse me.
I let you know.
Twitter is the forum of the entire internet. Remember that, Josh?
I let you know that Drake dropped today. I let you know that Drake dropped today. I mean, one of us is tapped in. One of us is tapped in.
That's
I'm just
fair.
saying.
Ooh, that's fair.
It's
that's
the public
fair.
square, baby.
You tapped in on the surface. I'm tapped in at the roots. You couldn't even fit in my boots. What's good now, nigga? Well, we got bars, nigga. What's up, bro?
Now he's fucking dropping a diss track on me? Goddamn. Shit. Now I gotta apologize. So first of all,
you gotta be the bigger man.
Good, nigga?
I just want to say
on the
that,
chin.
you know, I don't think beefing with Josh is gonna sit right with my spirit. You know,
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight, goddamn.
But like, serious business, a lot of people want like a real lyrical joust. Kendrick has positioned himself within the culture and with his public persona that I think that on a lot of real hard-hitting issues, he's Teflon. But at the point where Jay-Z and Nas went at each other, they definitively were not. Like, Nas could 100% come at Jay-Z and say, like, oh, you're a sellout. Jay-Z could easily come at Nas and be like, 4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could, like, they had shit that they could literally, like, pick apart and go at each other about on that level. I don't know if anybody has that on anybody other than Drake. Like, I think Drake legitimately is probably the most vulnerable target in this whole situation. So I don't know like how fun it would be if it progressed, unless Kendrick goes specifically at Drake, which would actually
or if you do
fun.
a Pusha T and you like get like
reveal some
fucking
shit.
personal personal investigators out there. Because I mean, Drake said in his diss track, like, this isn't even everything I know. Don't let me get started. This is just, I'm just telling y'all to back up, because I'm gonna start putting real business about ASAP and Rihanna out there. I'm gonna put real business out about Kendrick that people don't know if y'all want to keep playing. I don't know if that's true, but
and then even if it gets there, if it, let's say it's some small potatoes type shit, then you gotta like flip it and make it fun. You know, I'm thinking Jay-Z, yeah, you know, yeah, I sampled your voice. You was using it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. And you ain't get a coin, nigga. You was getting fucked and I know who I paid, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta flip the shit. Like, it's like, that's what people want. People want it to be fun again.
But why?
But can
is
it be
that
fun?
all of the fun? Like, I don't think
it's all of the fun.
You know, but niggas is like, oh man. But now that we got this rap beef, all rap is alive again because niggas is beefing. Like niggas is going at each other like they sparring.
Yeah,
That's just some shit.
Interesting.
That's just
You know
some
what I'm
shit
saying?
that niggas say. I said that rap was back, bro. I said that rap was back when fucking Riff Raff dropped the freestyle.
Players want to check, I eat checks mix. Haters want to get in the mix. I'm ball, I got a fresh set of kicks. I'm play for the Phoenix Suns. I graduated in 1991. Damn, that motherfucker older than the motherfucking moon plus the sun.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, people just say that shit.
Hey, yo,
that's just some shit that
That
niggas
was
say.
pretty good.
Riff
though.
Raff's way in the morning freestyle was top 10, nigga, all
No.
time, bro.
Yeah, no, it was good.
No, legitimately.
Yeah,
I say rap is back every time something like I like happens.
yeah.
The Vince Staples show hit on Netflix, and I was like, yeah, man, rap is back. Like,
This
that shit,
hip-hop.
that,
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy
I
it.
didn't
I don't
enjoy
think
it
I
either,
like
but
black
when-
surrealism. Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it either, but when that shit, dropped, I was
Rap is
like,
back.
real rap is back.
Yeah.
Vince Staples on TV. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, people just say that shit. It's just some shit. To say.
It seems like knockoff Atlanta, and I don't love Atlanta. It's cool, but you know, we want to talk about some other shit.
I will
Absolutely.
say that
I mean-
J. Cole's album, well, not album, but his mixtape, that shit got totally overshined by that whole moment, and then apologizing, and now niggas like, oh man, he ain't even in the top 3. Now that nigga dropped a good project.
Oh,
And that
I got it. Yeah,
motherfucker
might delete
better.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He better, I swear to God, like that nigga had one line on one of them songs that the fall off is like Hov dropping Reasonable Doubt last. And I'm like, all right, nigga, now you talking shit. If this next fucking album ain't some of your best goddamn work, then I'm coming at you with the energy of like how niggas is coming at you with this apology type shit.
I feel that. Would you feel like this is a good conversation to have in the context of a card game?
Oh my
Perhaps
God.
at a dinner party or
absolutely.
soiree?
It might be.
It
This
might
would be the best time to have it.
the best absolute
point.
time to have it, right? It's almost like
think
it
so.
mirrors a situation that could be created by our very own conversation card game.
Wow.
Oh shit! I ain't even thought of that.
It's a red flag. Oh my God,
Holy
right?
shit.
Oh shit, right?
Man, the right tool for the right job.
Can you imagine having these types of conversations at your own personal dinner party?
It is a red flag.
Exactly. And can you imagine having a own like special box that will guide you through having those fucking
Wow.
conversations, my nigga?
Yo,
Goddamn,
blowing
right?
my
Yo.
motherfucking mind, nigga. And I
Right.
Take for
Oh
take.
my fucking God, bro.
Facilitation, growth,
100%.
connection, synergy.
Wow. Instructions.
Other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
So legitimately, as a very small business, we
Very
do need
responsible
you guys.
business.
The smallest possible business. The absolute smallest unit.
An STE.
It's the smallest unit that can still be considered a business by law.
Yeah. One step down and it's just a couple niggas. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. We want you to make sure that you are supporting It's a Red Flag, the boys conversation card game. We're going to show you how it's played right now. Josh, I see you got your deck. You got one planned?
Damn, I can't remember if we already did this one.
That just
Okay,
put two
well, let me
takes.
know.
I'm not the same nigga I was 5 minutes ago, so we can do that.
Okay.
You know?
Nah, fuck that. Yeah, I got one I know we ain't do for sure. All right, so is it a red flag if they say you aren't their usual type?
Super red flag.
Yep.
Crazy red flag.
Fuck.
That's a wild one, bro. One time I was in bed with this woman, and
No,
She
you
was
gave
taller.
an extra W on that shit. You gave an extra W on that shit. What was that? I was in, that nigga said I was in the fucking bed with this woman. Like, what the fuck? What's you finna say, Eddie? What's you finna say, my nigga?
it was a double W woman, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
The acronym was WW.
Yeah.
But anyway, she was relatively tall, and I remember we were in bed one time, and so like my head starts here on her and kind of goes down to her ankle, like where my feet ended her ankle. You know what I'm saying? So it's margin at the top and bottom of us. She's got her arm around me like this, and I guess at the time so small relative to her that her arm is back around resting on her body. So I'm just in this spot,
Oh,
my
wow.
torso. So she's got me on lock, and she goes, I never would have thought I would have liked like a skinny guy. You know what I mean? It's usually not my thing, but like I don't know, it works. And I was like, bitch, if you don't let me go, let me out. I don't want to do this shit no more.
That's why I'm fucking with you skinny ass niggas right there. That's
Like,
exactly
it's
it.
like,
I pay
all
you a
says it.
compliment.
You shut the fuck up. Like,
Bitch, you got me fucked up. Put me down.
Take your short ass on somewhere. I was trying to give you a compliment, little ass nigga.
Yeah, she didn't say that, but yeah. 2 W's.
I will say, and this is my usual thing, that I don't think that I've been anybody's type that I've ended up with, so that doesn't bother me at all. But taking myself out of
saying
that
it is
equation
still
and looking at it
I think
objectively,
you're
looking at
exactly
it
right.
objectively, it's a wild ass statement.
Yeah,
Like, looking at it
in
outside
your
of the
situation
context of me.
specifically, if you've never been anybody's type and any of them expressed that, that's weird as hell.
Agreed. Like, objectively speaking, yes, and most of them have expressed that.
It depends.
They
on
have?
what type.
Yeah.
So you don't think? Wait, why are we taking you out of the equation? You're the equation. Are you saying that you're giving that a pass for some reason, or?
Yeah, I'm saying I personally don't care, but I'm saying that me not caring is the outlier. Like, it's weird that I don't care. I think people should care.
So
I
you're
think
saying
it
it's bad
should be a
behavior
red
that happens
flag.
not to bother you?
Yes.
Okay. So why is it bad behavior?
Because I think
Like,
that
regardless
for
of whether or not you care.
Yeah, I think for most people it creates a negative experience for the person that you're with, and if you really care about somebody, you should ideally be concerned with minimizing the negativity that gets thrown their way.
Should lie to them.
Effectively,
Or just
yes.
be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't have to say nothing. Like, you
I mean,
don't
look,
like
man,
there's very little situations where you have to answer that question.
Shit. Sometimes people try to really.
Oh, if somebody
really
asks, though,
drag
that's
it
weird.
out, like, so what's your type? What kind of guys you like? Like, so what I'm about to describe is not you.
So yeah. No, look, I've done that, and that's in hindsight, and that wasn't that situation. She volunteered that for no fucking reason. But in hindsight, it's also a dumb question to be like, oh, so what kind of guys are you into? Like,
Yeah. You could just assume logically that she's into guys like you, motherfucker, like she's there. But
well, that's not necessarily true.
if people volunteer you could assume that, but obviously it's not necessarily true based on history and common sense. But if they just volunteer the information, it's a red flag. And again, I'm saying that as a person who doesn't mind it personally.
I think
objectively
it could be
in
fun
any given situation,
in certain
it's
situations. Like if in certain situations with if both people have the right temperament, I think it could be a fun thing. Like, what kind of guys are you into? Oh, I'm usually into like quiet guys. Like, oh, bitch, I'm loud as fuck, so we're not gonna like. You can kind of have like it could be a bantery thing in a certain early stage, talking phase, funny type of shit. But it has to be like kind of tongue in cheek, and also probably it's for early in a relationship before y'all get together, not for after y'all are together. Almost.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
I don't know how to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, like when you like just talking or whatever, like y'all first date, like just like conversation, like so, like what type of guys are you into? Like, what type of things do you like? What type of characteristics do you look for in a man? You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, I've definitely gotten that shit off a couple times, and it ain't never go like sideways. There was one time a girl did effectively say that she liked like really like athletic type of guys, and I had to like pull the pieces together and put context clues together. I was like, oh, you like big, like strong, like muscular. She's like, yeah, but that's been the type of guy that I've gone for historically. Me, nigga, I'm a pretty lean guy. I'm tall, but I'm lean.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, okay, and I just started making like jokes and shit, and then like I even just came back with a fucking. You ain't never had a toothpick, have you? Some shit. I don't know what the fuck I said, but I just made a laugh.
We'll clean you up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get in your mouth, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, all up in between them teeth, goddamn.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So if you're asking that question from like a place of insecurity to be validated, you're starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah,
That's
bad.
damn.
You're standing on the red flag.
Yeah.
Also, there's some types that you don't like. You don't want to do it across, not to be all fucking wokey woke or whatever, but you don't want to do it across certain marginalized groups. Like, oh, I don't usually date fat bitches. Oh, I don't usually date.
That's
XYZ
okay.
race.
That's fair. That's fair.
And which people do that all the time. Like, oh, I don't usually date. I usually haven't liked bigger women, or I haven't usually liked Asian women, or whatever the fuck. It's like an underhanded compliment kind of a thing that's meant to like put somebody down by giving them a compliment of like you giving them your attention, which is a pretty common format for this. You're not my usual type kind of thing.
So, and this is okay. So, and getting fairly personal here. So my supervillain, what is it? High functioning sociopathic logic is if somebody tells me like, "Oh, you're not my usual type, but you're here." I'm like,
the plot begins.
I'm like, I guess I am
you,
real special. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, I'm like, oh, I really fucking
I'm about to ruin
won.
your whole life.
Like,
I'm about to have you looking stupid, and I wasn't even your type to begin with. Delicious.
Delicious.
so I love how Eddie just put his psychotic ass lens on this shit. But no, I'm just saying like
that's pure Alvin. I would have walked away because they obviously have bad taste.
I just feel like a villain origin story just coming from. I just imagine you just kind of like turning around in this chair like in a dark corner. Good.
The corners are
say some
fairly
shit
dark
like
in
that.
this apartment, and
That's what I'm
turn
saying.
around in them all the time.
This is 100% an Alvin story.
No, but
I couldn't
100%,
handle that.
It's legitimately like, okay, you're saying I'm not your type, but you're here, so I'm like, okay, cool. I won. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Bitch, I'm leaving. Fuck.
so
He's swiveling on his office chair in the high rise, like, but still, you're in my office. You stay.
You're still in my office.
yes, exactly.
You're still going home with me tonight.
exactly 100%. I feel like I won.
Oh my God, Mr. Borum.
I wasn't aware of your game, sir.
Somebody fucking called me Mr. Borum at work the other day, and I was like, please never fucking do that again. Like,
Do
just
you
don't
do you,
that.
how do you like that sexually?
No,
It
Okay.
didn't sound like
me neither.
no.
Mr. Overgold. That shit's fucking
Yeah,
too
it don't.
fucking-
I mean, yeah, no, maybe doctor, professor, master Overgold.
Oh,
That might hit a little bit.
especially
That might
with
hit a
your
little bit.
proclivity.
Well, okay, I don't know which one you're talking about, but yeah, that.
Talking about them white girls.
I,
Never beating allegations. Never beating allegations.
you know,
All right, what's
got good
the
lawyers.
next one?
we got to talk. The juice is deuce, baby. He's out of here.
Ooh,
He's
the
up out of
juice.
here.
May he rest in the ground.
Concentrate.
A place. May he rest
Yeah.
in a place. Somewhere.
Yes.
Man,
May he just rest.
Yeah. May he.
He's-
may he-
yes.
well,
Or maybe not rest.
may he
I don't know.
slumber. I don't know.
you know that sounds too. I don't know. Okay,
I feel like slumber is worse than rest.
no. I mean both sound very peaceful to me.
Slumber sounds
slumber
to me
sounds
very
like-
dark.
Nah, slumber sounds like mad. Like yo, I was knocked the fuck out.
You was
like,
gone.
Yeah, but let's address the elephant in the room.
See, because
Okay.
slumber to me is
Yeah, go ahead.
okay.
What is a
no,
slumber to you, Eddie?
we ain't got to talk about what the fuck words mean. Go.
That's 90% of this podcast. What do words mean?
Yeah, which is bad. I mean,
With featuring Eddie
it's fun for a little
Overgold
bit.
and
It's
Josh.
fun for a little
No,
bit.
and Alvin,
Yeah.
and featuring Eddie.
Now, don't act like it's not. That's an Alvin special.
Yeah,
What you gonna say,
that.
Josh?
All right.
Yeah.
But okay, the elephant in the room, right? The most prolific. What do you call him? Infamous
Murderer.
You know, maybe a one time, but
Okay, at
allegedly.
least twice.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Twice on a bad night. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Yeah, back to back. Like
yeah.
that.
One night, you know, everybody can fuck up, but no, in all seriousness.
That's true.
This nigga Josh talking about murder like it's a
Everybody makes mistakes, baby.
Hey, look.
Everybody, ain't
mean,
nobody
look,
perfect.
He's like
All these-
he used to be a murderer, maybe. You know, like
Look,
you
how
can,
many-
like your
how many
that
murdererness
was
times-
can
like
get
2
deleted.
decades ago.
How many
Your
times have
murdererness
you-
can get deleted.
How many times
Yeah.
have you murdered something at work, killed something on the track? You know, recited how many niggas you've killed from an album. You know what I'm saying? Like just recited
Twice
such
in a row.
lyrics. You know,
Yeah,
it could have been
100%.
hypothetical.
Stab that shit back to back.
But y'all like, man, did he? You know what I'm saying? That glove did not fit, but let me tell you, that shit was legit, all right? I think the elephant, okay, so I think like the big elephant in the room is like why black people aren't necessarily, we ain't disown OJ per se, but like even though he did in all seriousness forever, like he taking someone's life is fucked up, man. Like, you know, people
Yeah, it's not very
people
nice.
lost a life. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody lost
Yeah.
someone very near and dear to them. Two people very near and dear to them. But the thing that was so profound about his innocent verdict was, and this is, I think, a cultural feeling amongst a lot of black people, was we know he did that shit, but nigga, this is fucking payback. That shit don't feel good, do it?
Yeah.
That shit hurt, don't it?
Yeah.
How the you want to revamp the goddamn justice system? How on earth could they let this motherfucker that's clearly innocent walk free after we got Emmett Till? So many goddamn black people
I
that have been
wonder how
murdered.
that could happen. Yeah.
I wonder how. Oh my God! It sucks, don't it? Yeah, bitch. Like so. Oh, so this is our one. Like Rodney King just happened. That's like, even to fucking day. Like, we live in a fucking racist ass society, and this black man got one over on y'all ass. So in terms of
he got two
looking at it
freebies
through that scope and how fucked up the fucking history of America is, especially when it comes to black people, I get it. But on my moral side, you know what I'm saying? Like a person that cares about humans and humanity, it's fucked up. But
but people die every day, so it's like like I think that we, especially when it's one white, like basically on Patrice O'Neal's time, like when it's one little white lady, we act like larger context doesn't exist. And I'm not saying this to be callous, but like 100 murders is more than one murder. You know what I'm saying? So like the whole context can be bigger than what happens from one single murder. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
not really.
I'm sorry.
No,
This nigga just
just saying shit.
This nigga out
I
here
know,
with
this nigga was
He
like,
said 1 and the 2, and the 2
I know
is
what
just
y'all,
10.
what you trying to, what y'all don't understand.
Y'all
is
don't
that-
understand what's going on.
Is that
You
10 murders
You forgot to do
is
your math.
more
You know
than
what I'm saying?
10 murders is
I was
more
born
than
underwater.
9 murders, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
3 nickels and
Shit.
6 dimes or whatever the fuck
Even
I'm
if
saying.
it's more, even if it's just by one nigga, it's still more, cuz. And niggas be acting like
Like it's less.
What don't
when
y'all
it's
get,
more.
niggas? What
It's
don't,
equal
what don't
to or
y'all
more than.
understand, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
on.
You got to get to the money. It just don't fit.
More
what I'm
is
trying to
more,
tell you.
nigga. More is more.
No, my point
More
is,
is
like,
crazy.
shit is bigger than a single case. Shit is bigger than a single murder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same shit with like the Israel shit. Like they pick one person that represents like whatever their whiteness, like little like their concept of like a good person, and go, look, this one person got killed, and that's supposed to outweigh 1,000, 5,000 deaths on the other side. And I'm saying this is an example of that same kind of thing. That doesn't discount the one, but 100 is more than one.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all niggas thought I didn't have the backup for it. That shit made sense.
You know,
Y'all forgot to do y'all math.
Quick maths, actually.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I'm saying.
I had to go to the drawing board, you know, do the science on it real quick, like.
It's cool. It's cool.
Added the
His
chemical
whiteboard
compounds.
is off to the side.
You know
That's what I'm
saying?
saying. He got one of them clear boards. You know what I'm saying? With the pastels.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man. So yeah, may he you know, the juice is loose in another dimension,
Yeah.
or maybe just in the ground. Who the fuck knows what happens after death? I don't know.
I'm just saying. So I will say, I think there are two scenarios that I always entertain in regards to OJ outside of him actually being the
His
murderer.
son did it.
That his son did it.
Yeah.
I entertain that his son did it,
Yep.
and I
it's very
entertain
possible.
that he is a murderer in the realm of paying somebody to do it, and that he didn't do it himself. But I do 100% entertain that he was actually covering for his oldest son.
See, the covering for his son thing, I'm trying to square this circle, because everything about OJ that we've at least seen publicly, and you never really know a person, because once the media gets a narrative, they can really paint any picture of you. And I've truly learned that. Like, people that I thought were evil, later on I'm like, oh wait, this was just a narrative. OJ seems like a fucking psychopath, or he seemed like one. The nigga did not seem like he was all screwed on properly. He didn't seem to have any cultural context for like, hey, people really think I'm a murderer, and that's quite bad. This nigga was never seemed sad or bothered about the shit or any of that. That's very strange.
Neither did Ray Lewis, and people didn't treat him like that. But that's to your point, not in opposition to your point.
Okay. So then in this situation, I'm like, would a man like that be capable of carrying out an act of love for his son in that regard? Maybe, but that to me is a bit contradictory. Now, getting somebody else to kill them, okay, cool, fair enough. What'd you say?
I was just saying, how, like, if he's capable of not showing remorse, he's not capable of loving his son
Correct.
after. I don't think those are mutually exclusive.
Oh, interesting. I
People, I mean,
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would definitely consider those to be like highly negatively correlated.
I mean, like you can compartmentalize shit. You can be a fucking demon over here, and then like a fucking sweet angel teddy bear with your daughter or your kid. Like
I agree,
people
actually.
are more complex than
I
that.
think
Like,
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah,
has a
true,
point, but I largely
nah.
agree with Josh. Yeah.
Nah, like I think you can if you demonize people. Like, okay, here's my thing. Even cops who no, I kind of see your point. But I think even in that, you have some kind of emotional response. Because I'm thinking about, soldiers that murder babies and shit, but then they go home and kiss their wife or whatever. You can have that duality where you view some people as human and others as not human. But
It's Eichmann in Jerusalem. You know what I mean? Like it's the same kind of concept. The banality of evil.
I think I
and all
probably
that kind of-
agree.
Yeah.
I don't know what Eichmann in Jerusalem is.
Me
but
neither.
that shit
Me neither, but
sound
it sounds
crazy.
It's a book on the banality of evil, of how like Nazi soldiers were just doing their job.
But I think
Yeah.
even in those contexts, when other people are like, "Hey, what you've done is evil," even if you don't feel guilt, you process that, hey, maybe this isn't a funny shit. Like even cops who are like killers, like who murder black people and who joke about it in their cop car or whatever. Outside of that context, you can still see them feel anxiety about how they're viewed, or you see them lie or apologize to, forego accountability. OJ seems to be unbothered in a way that doesn't match with a person who has all the moving parts of a human heart. You know what I'm saying? Like that stab joke on the news anchor shit. I can't imagine a person who is capable of regular human love doing that joke.
I think it was his idea of a joke, and this is it.
The nigga made the noise.
It's
I was like,
can't-
what the
yeah.
fuck?
Yo, like in the sickest of ways. Like I gotta fuck up.
was
sense of
funny.
humor at. So yeah, like that nigga.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Is funny, low key. It's fuck because like he know what he doing.
Hello, Twitter world.
It's like what the fuck, yo, nigga, what? Whoa.
We'll
Juice?
find it one day.
Nigga, you wildin',
Yeah.
bro. Like, but now, like, there was another time when he was on Cam and May show. They asked OJ a question like, would you ever like, be vulnerable around your partner, like, open up to them? And that nigga looked into the camera and said, "You mean confessing?" No, I ain't doing that,
You mean making confessions?
OJ.
Can't do it.
bro. What?
Yo,
Nigga.
what happens if you do some shit, get the double jeopardy shit where it's like, yo, I have been proven innocent, and then you go, yo, by the way, I did do it. And I know he wrote the book of like, if I did do it and all that kind of shit. But if you really were like, no, I actually did it. Here's the proof. So it's a known fact. I definitely did this shit that I was found innocent of. There's nothing in the justice system that allows that to. And I'm not saying that there should.
They
be
could charge
anyway.
you for other
Such a
shit.
rare.
They could charge you
That's
for
what
other
they.
shit.
that's what
but
they did
citing what?
essentially anyway.
I mean, perjury.
Like would. Oh, true.
Which isn't like a hefty charge. I mean, and that's just one thing, but it's like I imagine it would be stuff around like that, right?
Some other kind of fraud or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't. They can't renege on the innocent verdicts, which is good. I don't think that they should. But he did that shit. But yeah, I mean, Mark Lamont Hill put it really well, which is
He did that. But yeah,
he put
did
it
that
really
shit.
well.
You just
Which is
got
like,
real.
yeah, cool.
You got quit the brass tacks on that shit. Like,
Right.
yeah, let's talk about the justice system. Juice did it.
Yeah. The end. Complicated case.
Been a podcast, everybody.
Right.
Waving
Yeah,
the red
have a good one.
flag.
That's it.
No, but what did Mark Lamont Hill say?
Oh, Mark Lamont Hill said, you'll find out next week because he's on the pod. That's not true, but we're working on it. He said that he basically did it, and he's a murderer, but because of a confluence of racial injustice in our system, he was found rightfully not guilty. And I pretty much agree with that. I think it's a situation of like, looks like he did it, but there was a miscarriage of justice. Shit was framed on, and all of that happened in the context of a historically racist American justice system. So he got off, and that was the correct carrying out of the justice system given that context. Couldn't happen to a worse person because OJ been fucking, what do you call it? Abandoned the black community. So,
Oh, 100%, man. I'm not black. I'm black. I'm OJ type shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you see that shit? Somebody was telling a story about him, and they were like, OJ was telling me this story about some white lady who saw him hanging out with, friends or other football players and said, "Look at that. OJ Simpson hanging out with all those niggers." And then this white guy responding back to OJ telling him this goes, "That must have felt awful, right?" And OJ goes, "Oh, no, absolutely not. It's a compliment. It means she doesn't see me as black. She sees me as OJ. That's great. It's great news." And he said, and at that moment, I knew this guy was totally fucked.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Yep.
Fuck him.
And that's why, I like to let people know up front that I am 100% nigga.
Absolutely. Inside and out.
Inside
No
and
orange
out.
juice.
One of the good
No
ones,
orange
though.
juice. One of the absolute best niggas possible.
Yes. Ain't your ordinary niggas around here, goddammit.
Top shelf from the nigga factory.
Damn. Man, white people be saying like nigga just like, I'm pretty sure like they be just saying that shit like just crazy, like when they alone or like, in closed quarters.
Yeah,
by
just like
themselves or with friends.
sometimes at night they'll like soothe themselves and like it's like a lullaby, you know what I mean? It's like nigga playing basketball type shit,
Yeah, right. Like Trinidad
You
James.
think they play a little violin while they do it to like lull their children to sleep?
They definitely listen to like spiritual music and just
They're
repeat the
biracial
word
children?
nigga.
Oh man.
They lull their biracial children to sleep.
Nigga nig, nigga nig, nigga nig, nig, nig.
Little
nig.
Jalen, as he prepares for
Jalen,
his
Jaden.
AAU basketball
Blaze
tournament
and
the next
Bryson.
day,
Yeah.
And as they don't like, and then every time they try to like do their hair, they always thinking, God damn, this fucking nigga hair, man. The fuck, I don't know what the hell to do with this shit. I got some Murray's, that ain't working. I got pink oil sheen, dash, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to do.
The funniest shit in the world, man, is like when I grew my hair out and it got to like its maximum length, and like I had no fucking idea what to do with that shit, and I kept asking like like that shit was hard, and I kept asking my sisters like, what do I do with it? And they was like, I don't know, man. You probably should just cut that shit. Like they just like they were not team like growing my hair out at all. They were like we're just gonna withhold all of our knowledge and expertise.
Oh, they
gained over
knew, but they
decades
didn't
of
want to
doing
tell
it.
you.
They're just like you just cut that off. Like we're just.
You think that was a gender thing? Like they were like,
Probably.
because man, Alvin with cornrows would go off. I would have loved to have seen that era.
I don't know, they might have did you a favor.
I mean, yeah, that's why I want.
No, they did.
They did you a favor.
No, they did. They did. But I was just saying, like in the moment, I was like, damn, man, because I wasn't growing my hair out because I thought it looked good. I was growing my hair out because I was avoiding barbershops and public spaces in the COVID environment. That was the whole reason why.
Oh no, I remember when your hair was out. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm trying to think like you with
Alvin
like
with the fro.
maybe like twist or like little dreads. I feel like that could be something.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Ship is sailed. But speaking of things growing, it's not stopping growing. This
what's that,
movement that we've established at Waving the Red Flag.
Movement,
Yeah.
grassroots.
That shit. My nigga talk that shit.
And with that,
It's a campaign.
yeah, I think we'll call it a podcast. I think we got a lot of good content in there.
This is a
I think we
podcast.
had
Yeah.
some. Yeah, I think we had some really good conversations. If you are apologizing and bowing out of a poetry reading, effectively, you may be waving a red flag. But if you are the victims of a post-racial society black man that has turned his back on his race, you may be seeing a red flag. This has been Waving the Red Flag podcast. It has been Eddie Budden, Josh, Alvin, spending a lovely day with you on the podcast. Please make sure that you are supporting us via all of the available means to do so. As we've stated before, we are a very small podcast, a very small business, the absolute smallest unit that can actually even be considered a business when you really break it down. So make sure that you are ordering the It's a Red Flag card game, spicing up your conversations at dinner parties and soirees, as Josh would like to call them. Make sure that you are liking all of our content, commenting, joining us for the lives, and make sure that you are engaging in our community via various means, that you are subscribing via the YouTube platform,
Patreon.
Patreon, Spotify, Make sure that you're checking all of that out. Make sure that you're doing all that so you can gain access to our Discord again to participate in our community at the highest level. A lot of like-minded people and thinkers in there. And it's just a good time. Yeah. Eddie, Josh, anything?
Oh yeah, okay, all right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end this shit for real. I'm gonna end this shit with a diss. You know what I'm saying? Hey yo,
Let them know.
hey yo. Niggas is waving red flags. You about to be in a bag with a toe tag. I'm talking about we got 3 of them goddamn grays dug for you, son. I had to think about it, nigga. I had to put a muzzle on it, son. Bro, they ain't ready for me, nigga. They ain't ready for bars, nigga.
They're not ready.
Yo,
They're
nigga, and that's it, bro. That's it, nigga.
That's it. It's a wrap.
I'm entering the rap beef next, goddamn it, nigga. This one's for cold, nigga.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Josh versus NBA Youngboy.
Done.
Right now.
Let's
I heard
go.
it here first.
Done. No, he ain't ready. For NFL Josh? No.
Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? NFL Josh. Yeah, that's good. That's my new nickname. Goddamn NFL Josh.
Never floss less. Never floss
You know
less,
what I'm
young
saying?
Josh.
Yeah. No fucking losses, Josh. Goddamn.
Yeah. Here we go.
Peace.
It's a red flag.